You think you're almost done. Development is complete. QA signed off. The release date is on the calendar. Then UAT starts, and suddenly, everything is wrong. This isn't what we wanted. That's not how the business works. We assumed this would be included. Welcome to UAT Surprise Attacks. Here's the mad BA truth you need to accept. UAT is where assumptions go to die. Not because people are careless, but because assumptions survive quietly until real users touch real screens. Let's talk about why UAT chaos happens and how BAs survive it. First, an uncomfortable reality. UAT rarely fails because of bugs. It fails because of misaligned expectations. Up until UAT, business imagines the solution. Dev implements what was written. QA tests what was built. Everyone thinks they're aligned. Then users show up, and reality intervenes. Now let's talk about the most painful sentence in BA life. This isn't what we wanted. This doesn't mean the team failed. The requirements were useless. Someone messed up. It usually means expectations were implicit. Scenarios weren't validated early. Assumptions were never surfaced. Your job as a BA here is not to panic. It's to slow the emotional response and separate signal from noise. The first move, don't defend. Defensiveness kills trust instantly. Instead of, but that's what we agreed, say, let's understand what's missing. Which scenario isn't working? What did you expect to happen? This turns confrontation into information. Now, let's talk about last-minute change, because UAT attracts it. You will hear, since we're here, can we also, this should be quick to add, we need this to go live. Here's the key BA move. Treat UAT changes like scope changes, not emergencies. Ask, what problem does this solve? Is this new information or a new request? What's the impact on timeline and risk? UAT is not a free-for-all. It's a validation stage, which brings us to one of your most powerful tools here, scenario validation. Instead of arguing opinions, anchor discussions in scenarios. Ask what happens when the user does this. What was the expected outcome? What edge case are we missing? Scenarios turn emotion into logic. They help everyone see what was assumed, what was delivered, where the gap actually is. Now let's talk about protecting the team, because UAT can get ugly. Under pressure, blame creeps in. Dev feels attacked. QA feels ignored. Business feels unheard. Strong BAs act as a buffer. They translate feedback calmly, remove emotional language, focus on facts and impact. You protect the team by keeping the conversation professional, structured, and forward-looking. Remember, UAT frustration is about fear, not failure. Fear of going live with the wrong thing, missing something critical. Being accountable, your calm presence matters here more than any document. Now, let's talk about expectation alignment, the real work of UAT. Before changes are made, confirm what must be fixed before go live, what can wait, what will not be included. Say it out loud, write it down, get acknowledgement. UAT chaos reduces dramatically when expectations are explicit. Now, let's bring this back to the project from hell. At this stage, time is tight, pressure is high, tolerance for surprises is gone. This is where BAs earn their reputation. Not by saying yes to everything, not by blocking everything, but by helping the team decide what matters now. And now, for the mad BA truth that closes this episode. UAT is where assumptions go to die. Your job is not to prevent that. It's to make sure assumptions die early, visibly, and safely. Next time, we'll talk about what happens when chaos finally has to turn into a delivery plan, and how BAs bring projects across the finish line. This is a project from hell, how BAs actually survive it. And if UAT makes your pulse spike, you're exactly where real BA work shows up.